Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Boomer and Zoomer podcast. Yeah, that's right, Boomer and Zoomer. He's Boomer, aka the man, the myth, the legend, the small cat, aka Raging Rock. I got my man over. I got my man over there, straight from Hawaii. The most obscure knowledge of sumo wrestling, my boy Vampiro, and you got me, aka Capo, aka Mr. Lonely. Don't forget that. What's up, fellas?
What up?
What's going on? What's
How
going
you guys
on?
doing?
Chilling.
Pretty good.
You
Pretty
guys doing
good.
okay in your parts of the world?
Yeah, it's a good Veterans Day here.
Yeah.
Got my free meal. Got my free drink. That's it.
He went through every single restaurant that gives the discount.
I'm going to IHOP. I'm going to go everywhere.
Buffalo Wild Wings. Then the next place we go, Wendy's.
Going to Wingstop. Everywhere.
In full dress uniform, too, just to make sure they know.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Got my
So,
donuts.
just walking in. You guys do free meals, right? I'm veteran. You guys do free meals, right?
No free meals? All right, later.
Racist. And just walk out.
I know, right? You're un-American. Un-American.
No, they say no. You're just like, well, you're welcome for my service. And then you just leave.
You guys smell that? That's freedom because of me. Just walk out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to thank everybody that supported our last podcast, our first podcast. That was pretty great of people that came in and watched it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, it was a ton of fun.
It was a ton of fun. That's why we're back here. Boy Vampiro wanted to jump on.
I saw the clip and I was like, yo, let me get on this.
Yeah.
Let me get on this.
Yeah. I want to thank my boy Robbie and Max for showing support. You guys are awesome. You guys are the real MVPs. Appreciate you guys.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean,
Anybody else? Yeah. We you put it on Instagram and got quite a bit of a reaction. I like that.
Yeah, I got a really great reaction from people that normally follow me, and they're just like, I don't with this guy, but they stayed with my story this time. I was like, all right, cool.
See, I told you I'm funny.
I try to be funny sometimes.
We got a couple of clips coming from the first one, but yeah, we'll do the same for all the episodes.
Hey, we're just starting.
Just starting.
We are just starting, and I guarantee you, I will offend somebody. No, I'm just
I'm with you. I'm with you.
It's like Dragon Ball Z when when it's like charging up and stuff, like you're just getting going and stuff. It's just like
this is not even my final form yet.
Oh, the fuck is no, it's not.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
This isn't my final offense.
Not even my first yet. Just wait.
Last time I checked, I get 3 strikes, not 1.
Ooh, nice. Probably blow more than that.
So what we're gonna get going with, we're gonna do a little bit of, we're gonna do a couple of like news stories that are like big right now. That's kind of trending. Like nothing too heavy, nothing like nothing, all the politics and all that stuff's going on.
Boring stuff.
Yeah.
Nothing that'll make you feel bad.
Hopefully not. I don't know. Maybe. But no, it's nothing political. It's just, something on there. So we have, we'll have it read out loud, and I haven't heard any of the stories. None of these guys have heard any of the stories. So we're gonna see what, see how we feel about these different topics and about these different subjects. So these are like totally random and chosen. And
we got some strong opinions on some stuff right here.
I know I do.
Ooh, he's prepped.
Yeah,
you ain't supposed to be hearing them. Hold up, you ain't supposed to be
No, I don't know them. I always have strong opinions, regardless of like what goes on, though. Like so yeah. So anyway, so we're gonna check them out. So let's get started with the first. Let's get started with the first news story. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this for you guys. Here. All right. Let's play it out.
Trigger warning. No, I'm just playing.
They say Mike Tyson used prosthetic penis filled with baby urine to pass drug test, ex-champion fighter reveals. Mike Tyson has long maintained that he never used steroids during his boxing career, but during a recent episode of his podcast, he did admit to using a prosthetic penis filled with baby urine to pass drug tests. Tyson spoke to UFC Vice President of Athlete Health and Performance, Jeff Nowitzki, on his podcast, Hot Boxing, and revealed how he would use a Wizinator to avoid testing positive for drugs. It was awesome.
Wizinator?
It has a name?
I put my baby's urine in it, and sometimes one time I was using my wife's, and my wife was like, "Baby, you better not hope that it comes back pregnant or something." And I said, "Nah, so we ain't gonna use you anymore. We're gonna use the kid." The 54-year-old boxing legend has consistently defended himself as a clean fighter, but he has not shied away from admitting his use of other drugs. He previously admitted to using the tool to hide his use of cocaine and marijuana in his 2013 book.
I'll go with it.
Tyson is readying for an exhibition match against Roy Jones Jr. later this month in a pay-per-view event taking place at the Staples Centers in Los Angeles. The former undisputed heavyweight champion's last fight was in June 2005, and he hasn't held a title since 1996.
All right.
It has a name. That's the main thing that's bothering me. It has a name.
Yo,
A Wizinator.
I gotta Google this. A Wizinator.
I don't want to. No, don't Google that. Don't. I think you're gonna find some weird stuff.
Do they have to? Do they have a selection of different types of dicks to make sure you match? Like,
Yo, I was like, any dude would be choosing like the big King Kong dong of like it, I don't know.
What happens if the only one available was like the Avatar dick? It's just big and blue.
The dragon. The dragon. What happens? Oh yeah, I'm taking my test, and my pants is big.
Yo, it would have been funny if he was trying to take the test, and then it just like fell off onto the ground, and then they'd be like, "Oh,
why is it white, Mike? Mike, what is that? Why is it white?"
But yeah, like
I know what
baby
you're
urine.
talking about.
Yeah.
What? That's just the fact that something like that exists for that sole purpose, just to hold urine so you can pass tests. That's crazy.
I'm pretty sure that wasn't the original intent. If it was, wow, someone's into some hardcore drugs.
All right,
but
so somebody has to take the bullet on this and Google it.
I
bet
got everything running on my computer, so like,
I got you, dog.
computer got it. It feels good. Okay.
Wizinator.
So like, my whole thing is that with them, like Mike Tyson's one of my favorite like fighters of all time. Like
Okay.
if it was like,
I'm starting to regret Googling this. Why does this thing have a wiki page? What the f-?
whoa.
All right, check it out. This is, I knew I was correct. It was not intended for this purpose. I'm going to read the wiki page, all right?
Okay. Let's hear about it.
All right. According to Wikipedia, the original Wizinator is a product advertised as a wet sex simulator intended to simulate male urination as a safer alternative to using real urine for sexual fetish activities. Basically, if you're into golden showers.
Whoa.
So it should be named the R. Kelly then.
For real.
But most consumers purchase this device to defeat drug tests. The Wizinator comes as a kit complete with dry urine, a syringe, heater packs to keep the urine at body temperature, a false penis available in different skin tones, including white, tan, Latino, brown, and black, an instruction manual.
Is there one that says stepbrother?
What do you do?
The company. I'm ready to piss on you, girl. The company also offered a female version of the Wizinator called Number One. There was no information exactly how this product differs from the disposable unisex product also on the market. It is manufactured by blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so that's the main gist of it. And I've seen pictures, and it's a whole kit. Can
I get a price? Just asking for a friend. Can I get a price?
Well, we have two prices available on Google Images, and this is now burned into my memory. $9.99.
That's it
Yeah, $99 or excuse me, not $99.95 from one website, or they have a sale going on for $89.95. And wow, this thing. Okay,
You had me
okay.
at $9.99.
So here's the thing. Unless that drug tester is looking at your dick, of course you're gonna pass because they're not gonna watch. But if you were to see this thing, this is the fakest looking dick I've ever seen in my life. It's wow. It's
So you're telling me you wouldn't be fooled by this dick?
no. Only reason I say there's no way to sell it because looking at it, it's not even like it's literally like the head and like a couple inches of shaft. So it's literally not even like a full dick. It's a half a dick. So basically enough to slide out of the fucking zipper. So
No.
That's all you need.
So, so I know, like, for my career, we used to have to do like random drug tests or whatever. So sometimes you have people wouldn't want to see. They just stand in a room, and then you have some people they were like gazing like right next to it, like, oh, I want to see every drop. And so, like, yeah, I don't know.
if there's somebody actually having to watch you, there's no way you would think this is real. It is so fake looking. Like
What
there's
if you put
no
it, like,
way.
next to it, then like like they're standing this side, you could like put it next to it that way they're not seeing. Would I be able to fool you then?
I don't know, man. Looking at this thing, I don't know how to like describe it, but it looks really, really fake. There's nothing convincing about this apparatus. It's super fake.
So
So
if I line up a whole bunch of penises for you, you'd be able to pick it out.
yeah, bet.
All right, got you.
Bet.
I got you. We can make that happen. I got you.
Bet. Only reason I know is because I look at mine enough to tell what a real one looks like. But I have to say, dude, straight up, unless they're watching you, there's no way this thing would pass. It looks that fake.
Yeah.
Also, it has this weird like diaper apparatus that holds like the fake urine, so it looks like a diaper with a dick hanging out of it. I'm dead serious.
All right. So okay. So enough of the apparatus portion of it. Like, what do you think of Mike Tyson now? Now that he's revealed that he's told the truth about that. Like, what do you think of him now? Does it tarnish like his reputation of the baddest man on the planet, or
no?
Are people saying that we have to asterisk his name like we did with like Barry Bonds and stuff?
Nah, no. He just admitted to this, like free will, just admitted to this.
I thought people were like trying to asterisk his name, like, oh, we're not sure what kind of test or like what kind of stuff. Nah, if he's just doing it to pass drug tests, hey,
I don't think it's going to tarnish him at all for a couple reasons. Sorry if you hear the alarms or the siren. 1 sec.
He's a firefighter by trade, so he has to. He lives at the house, so he has to. Sometimes it just happens.
The only reason I think it's not going to tarnish his image at all is because he'd never looked like he was on roids ever. I mean, if you saw Mike Tyson when he first started at like 15, he was a man in a child's body. Mm-hmm. Like he was huge at 15.
Yeah.
And like if he was only doing this so you don't get mad at coke or weed, all right, it doesn't mean he cheated. Nah. He partied.
Yep.
If we could give John Jones a pass for cocaine, leave Mike alone.
Hey, don't bring up that
cocaine and that cocaine and was it the picogram of steroids or whatever he's supposed to? Yeah.
Yeah, so if we're going to give John Jones a pass, TJ Dillashaw, who admitted to taking injectables in his ass, and he's coming back to fight in the beginning of next year, leave Mike alone. Leave him alone.
Yeah. Yeah, that and I know like Mike he owns like a marijuana farm, and like he has like a whole like production, so
like a ranch.
Probably now, like a ranch. Yeah, so probably now it would probably benefit him to like try to be an advocate for marijuana.
Yeah.
So
if it's just for party drugs, you're good. You know what I mean?
Mike always had like that work ethic, right? Like he was like workhorse. He was in there training.
Oh yeah.
It's you can kind of see in his training, like when he comes out and fight that that's what he does. Like no steroids is gonna turn somebody into like that machine. There's no
also
way.
like hearing him recently talk about how he got back into his mindset of fighting when he was on Joe Rogan's podcast, because he dropped all his weed habits. He went 100% clean, and then he got into like hearing his podcast with Joe Rogan. That's a different man. He views violence different. That man is different. The way he talks, like that is a lion, like in the ring, like the way he talks. And then again, if anybody knows this, his trainer Cuss D'Amato, I can never pronounce the last name. His first name's Cuss. He was a psychologist also, and he instilled how to mentally like kill somebody. Like you're going in the ring and he's already dead in your brain. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's a different kind of person. He's a different kind of person.
Yeah. Mike Tyson, one of my favorite of all times.
All times.
All right, so we gotta.
You've been around to see him box, right? That's how old you are. You've been around to seeing him box, right?
Yeah, you should too. Like I mean,
not me.
Not that young, huh?
I have to YouTube that to me.
Oh, you got to YouTube that. He's old. He's not that old. Like that's not that long ago. He's back in the 90s.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
Last title was 96. When were you born?
95.
95? Oh, okay, yeah, maybe so.
Yeah.
Damn,
I was at a house party. I can remember Mike fighting. I was born in 90, but I remember because we randomly went to my cousin's house out of the blue. Usually we have it planned ahead, and they had a big house, but randomly we went. That was not planned. And come to find out later that the family bought Tyson's fight.
Yep.
And then I was hanging out with my cousins, playing video games. But I saw a couple snippets vaguely in my mind. But yeah, I was about 6. I was 6 when his last title or his last like big fight.
Yeah. When were you born, Rock?
Huh?
When were you born?
And I was born. I was born. Here there. I'm an 80s kid. I'm an 80s kid.
I would say actually,
I'm in my 30s. I'm in my 30s.
The way I would break it down, because I fall right in the middle between these two. Like every time I try to explain like the 90s to some people, I always like to break it down like this. Like, for example, Rock here, he is a 90s kid because he was a kid in the 90s. I am a 90s baby. I was a baby in the 90s. That's how I always like to distinguish it, because like you'll see people like, oh, I'm a 90s kid. No, you were a 90s baby, because me and you were 5 in 95. And then, for example, Rock was a 90s kid. I always say there's a difference between a 90s baby and a 90s kid.
He was a teen in the 90s. What you mean?
Well, towards the end of the 90s, I was a teen. Like, it's all good. At least I look young. Like, look at that.
Like a young small cat. All right. So next topic.
Right. Let's next story. Let's hear the next story here. Next story. Here we go.
From the Daily Mail, they say, woman 25 forces flight to Texas to be diverted to Alabama after she vomited on herself, took off her pants, and got into a fight with another passenger and airline staff. A drunk, scantily clad woman on a United Airlines flight to Texas on Thursday caused the plane to be diverted to Alabama after she became belligerent with another passenger and staff.
Bama makes sense.
McClinton, 25, caused her Houston-bound flight to land at the Mobile Regional Airport after allegedly getting into an altercation with another passenger, the Mobile Airport Authority Police Department said on Monday. A flight attendant stepped in to break up the fighting between the two passengers, Fox 10 reports. The Universal City, Texas woman had to be restrained by the attendant and another passenger until the plane landed in Alabama. Once on the ground, police say the woman exited the plane wearing only a t-shirt and underwear. They also indicated the woman was intoxicated, adding that she refused to obey officers' command. McClinton faces charges of disorderly conduct and public intoxication.
Man.
Okay, so whose idea, regardless of how drunk I've ever been and getting rowdy, to get into a fight, and the first thing I do is like, all right, wait, motherfucker, and I just take my pants off. Who does that? That's not the go-to move.
It's not, but wasn't that like on what's the Jackass movies? Like the dude
yes,
dude, take his pants down and start like dancing around.
Chris Pontius. Yes. I still don't understand that though.
Maybe it's a tactic, I don't know.
Maybe she had a huge vagina and was trying to eat somebody.
She had a Wizinator pants. That's why.
Dang.
You want to see some shit? And there's a Wizinator.
I'm gonna pee on
Yeah.
you.
No, like, yeah, I don't know. It just goes to show, like, sometimes, like, there's just some people that just don't need to. You know how, like, Dave Chappelle, when he was just like, should have never gave him money. Yeah,
No.
there's just some people that just don't need to go places.
I
Some
honestly
people just
thought
need
they
to
were
stay
going to
at
say
home.
Florida instead of Alabama.
Yeah,
That
for real, Florida.
Florida's another world.
Yeah.
But then again, Bama's a close second. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, but
Yeah.
not saying all crazy people. Hey, before anybody gets offended that I say Florida or Alabama, it doesn't matter what state you're in. There's always that one section of your state that nobody likes to talk about.
Yeah.
It don't matter what state.
Nope.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So don't get offended when I say, "Oh, I thought it was Florida," or "It makes sense it's Alabama." You know, you got cousins you don't like to talk about. All right,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
y'all got family members you're ashamed of. It doesn't matter. I live in Hawaii, and there's certain sections I'm like, damn, don't go over there.
Oh
Yeah.
Question is,
I don't know.
did they tase her?
They should have.
I don't
It's
know.
bad enough they had to. It's bad enough they had to hold her down her whole flight. Like, it's like, what are you gonna do during the whole flight?
Yeah.
Just hold you down. As soon as you like relax a little bit, she's like, yeah. Like, oh no, man.
That's an interesting one. What was that? Did it say what airline it was?
Southwest.
Southwest?
No, I'm like,
Sounds right. If you said Southwest, it made all the sense in the world.
It did say it. I don't remember. Like,
Okay. Because there's certain airlines you just actively avoid. Let's be real. There's just some airlines you're just like, nah, not today.
Yeah, you don't get on it.
Nah,
it
depends on the airline and exactly where is it cutting and where is it stopping through. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Is there duct tape on that wing? What?
Yeah, for real.
There's a dude out there right now repairing the wing. What are we doing here?
Yeah. That's a trip. That's crazy. Yeah. Dang.
Yeah, no.
Is that
Airline?
what airline?
It says Commute Air operating as United.
Okay, Commute Air operating as United. See, I never heard of Commute Air. That kind of
That's the first red flag. You've never heard of that airline.
No.
Well, it's probably just a regional, little regional, So Commute Air. Okay.
Mistake number one: you don't recognize the airline. Mistake number two: you saw her get on the plane because you know she was spazzing before she got on the plane.
She was tripping. In there was just like, are they going to let her in? They're really going to let her in. She's in here. Wow. Okay. Okay.
It's one of those flights.
Let me eat my peanuts and just look into my book real quick.
Holding it upside down, looking at it like this. Like, what
the all right, let's set up this last story here. Let's hear what we got here. Let's see what we got. One second.
From the Daily Mail, they say billionaire Bill Gross, who once doused his ex-wife's home in fart spray, threatened to keep playing Gilligan's Island theme tune on loop to torment neighbor unless they dropped a complaint about a $1 million sculpture. Bill Gross and his neighbor Mark Tofik have been involved in a months-long legal dispute over a blown glass sculpture the billionaire put in his backyard. Tofik said he didn't take issue with the sculpture until Gross, 71, began to install elaborate netting around it to protect it from vandalism in July. Gross allegedly responded to Tofik's protest by playing loud music, including the theme to Gilligan's Island at all hours to get him to withdraw his complaint. In a hearing Monday, city official Ross Corona testified that he spoke to Gross and his 51-year-old girlfriend, Amy Schwartz, over the phone in August. During the call, Corona said that Gross told him he'd only lower the music to a reasonable level so long as Tofik dropped his complaint. Gross once was accused in 2018 of spraying his $20 million home with fart spray after he was forced to hand over the keys to the property to his ex-wife in the divorce.
What?
Man.
This is rich people problems. This is dumb rich people.
Yeah, for real. This dude has way too much money. He pretty much has F you money, so he's doing whatever he wants to do.
Man.
I want to know what the sculpture was. Was it just like some naked dude with a giant slong? Was it like some
That one,
weird looking dog, a centaur, like dry humping a unicorn. Like what was the statue? What was the statue that was so offensive that he had to do psychological warfare with Gilligan's Island?
It's a Wizinator.
Yeah.
That's what it was. It's a large Wizinator.
It was $1 million sculpture of the Wizinator. What the?
What is it? Do we have a picture of it?
Hold on. There is a picture of it. It just looks like bowling balls with like fake plants growing out of it or something like that.
All right, so it's rich. It's a rich person sculpture. Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Like,
I wish I was at that state of life where I could just put some stupid in my backyard and be like, yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
I wish I was rich enough to have a giant marble of a middle finger at neighbors I don't like. Just like a giant finger like this.
that just shows you, like, it doesn't matter, like, at what spectrum, of economic status you are. Like, you could be petty as hell. Like, these dudes are like tripping.
I have to say, rich people petty fights are probably the funniest thing ever.
Yeah.
Rich people petty fights because they do stuff that nobody would think of is just because they got the money.
Yeah.
Man,
This dude's a billionaire, and it's like, tripping.
So I would like to ask this guy if I ever have he's ever considered just changing the sculpture to just a giant life-size model. Well, not life-size, but a realistic rendering of his scrotum pointed directly to their window. Just, kiss my nuts. That's petty, dude. Like, rich people do dumb stuff like that.
That reminds me of like when Tom Green had like the Tom Green show on MTV, and he like did a sculpture of his like dad and his mom like doing it. He put it on the lawn.
That's what I'm saying. You got money. You got time. Money gives you time like that.
Yeah, you could be creative.
It's like you don't have like bills or to manage your company. No, my company craps out money. Cool. I'm going to make this giant sculpture of these two dogs doing it.
Yeah.
Why? He's just like, why not? I got X amount of money. I hate those kind of people because they have so much money they can do that stuff.
Sculpture.
Well, I contemplate putting $20 in my car. You make a giant bowling ball sculpture.
We're over here making life decisions, putting gas. Did I eat today? I didn't eat today. Nah, I'll be fine. I got to put gas for the week.
That's what I'm saying.
So we got like a fun fact to go along with that story. So hold on. I'm gonna play this fun fact here. It kind of coincides with the story. So here we go. Let's see here.
According to the Daily Mail, fun fact, this is not the first time Gross has been accused of employing juvenile tactics to torment his adversaries. Gross was accused in 2018 of spraying his $20 million marital home with fart spray after he was forced to hand over the keys to the property to his ex-wife as part of a divorce settlement. His former partner, Sue Gross, claimed that he sprayed noxious scents around the home and even crammed dead fish into air vents, making her life an unmitigated nightmare for several months. When I was finally able to obtain access to this house, I was disgusted to see that Bill had left it in a state of utter chaos and disrepair, a court filing reads. I found empty spray bottles of puke smells and fart smells in the garbage. The houseplants and carpets were stained, and there was water in the house. It continues, a one-of-a-kind art installation piece had been dismantled and removed. The remote controls for the televisions, drapes, and other technology were all missing. The filing continues.
That's petty.
Petty.
Dead fish and dirt stuffed into the air vents.
Man,
he might have lost money in that divorce, but he won that battle.
Yeah,
he won that.
Yeah, he did.
He won that.
So dead fish in the vents, remotes missing.
Fire extinguisher spray all over the house.
Upper deckers in the toilet. Just if y'all don't know what an upper decker is, Google it.
Don't Google it. Don't Google it. Just don't Google it. I'll save you. Don't do that.
Yeah. I mean,
he won that divorce. When you got petty 12-year-old prank money.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother level. That's a whole nother level.
I wish I had money like that. I think I don't know. Me, I wouldn't waste on shit like that,
Well, this guy's spending thousands of dollars to do these pranks, and then there's us normal folks doing passive aggressive Instagram posts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, let's be real. Let's be real.
Yeah.
While he's,
But I don't know.
What's up?
Your air of entitlement is different when you have that kind of money. So like you feel entitled to stuff. Like, you know what? I'm just gonna fart spray all over this place, put dead fish everywhere.
While
Fuck her.
he's spending $2,000, because I'm pretty sure it's a giant mansion, he had to buy like Costco size fart spray.
He emptied out all the ice cream trucks around his area.
Just ringing it up, and then there's us be like, ooh, I'm gonna get this girl living my best life. Let's be real. It's different. It's different.
Yeah.
Those passive aggressive quotes. People don't want to see you succeed. Keep grinding. They don't want to see you succeed.
And on the flip side, I just crapped all over my ex's house. Like, it's different. It's different. We do passive aggressive. He will literally become a 12 years old like that.
Oh man.
Hey, well, I mean, like he's a go-getter. I mean, he's a billionaire, so
Oh yeah.
you know.
Now here's a question.
Man.
Now that knowing that he's a billionaire, and you know he's gonna have like those assistants running around doing all his stuff. Did he have a think tank before he did this? Did he bring in a bunch of people like, all right, just take it out.
I know,
What would
right?
you think?
Yeah, has like planners and assistants. He's like, yes, it tells his assistant, buy some more fart spray and bring me 12 like fire extinguishers. We're gonna make it happen.
And it's like, Johnny, did you go to the restaurant and grab all the dead fish? They only had halibut. I asked for tuna.
Yeah, and not only that, like somebody had to have been like the yes man, be like, oh, this is a perfect plan, sir. Perfect.
Nah. You know what he did? He grabbed a couple buddies, grabbed a few cold ones, and said, "Yo, we gonna have fun tonight." Up that mansion. That's what that dude did.
And then that one friend's gonna be like, "Yo, man, what if we get caught?" He's like, "I got bail money. I got bail money for 6 years. Like, what you
It's
want
my
to do?"
house. It's my house. I'm giving it up. It don't matter.
Dang. Yeah.
He's like, "I got 911 on speed dial, and they know exactly what I'm doing tonight. It's all good."
Yeah. They got a couple of White Claws and went crazy in that house.
Well, that was big enough to make international news. So
where was it at? Wait, I have to ask that. Where was this at? Is this in the States or what was this at? Do we know?
No, it's in the States.
In the States?
Florida.
Yeah.
Florida.
Yeah, I put money on it. It's Florida. Hold on. We're having it looked up right now.
Just because it sounds like American thing to do, but it's just funnier that way.
Yeah.
It also, it sounds like a. Sorry, guys, but it sounds like a Florida thing.
Yeah.
Laguna Beach area.
Huh?
Like Laguna Beach area?
Laguna Beach. Oh, that's in California.
Oh, shocking.
Nah,
Wait, Laguna Beach. Yeah, that's in California. Yeah.
Interesting. Well, then again, rich people. Rich people are weird regardless where you are. Regardless. Rich people are weird. Oh, best believe when I'm gonna get rich, I'm gonna be weird as hell. But I'm not, so I'm gonna call you weird.
Yeah, I'll make a bunch of like weird statues when I make it rich. You know, like have a bunch of weird statues. Be standing there.
I'll have like 6 statues in a pyramid formation of me doing the nay, and then like 6 statues of my dog. Why not? I'm rich. You know what I'm saying? That just kind of reminds me, like, you know who I hate looking at on Instagram, but I'm fascinated by it?
Who's that?
Looking at Floyd Mayweather's like flexing money bills.
We can't watch Floyd.
Yeah,
we cannot watch Floyd.
It's fascinating, but at the same time, it's like, dude, you literally have nothing else to do but spend money. You got his $15 million all diamond watch. He has 9 cars he doesn't drive. Like, it's just crazy. Rich people just do stuff. You know what I mean?
Hey, but when 50 Cent was like, "Hey, can you read Cat in the Hat?"
Yo, 50 is the biggest show in the world. I'm sorry.
Yes, he is. Did you hear what he did to Ja Rule?
Hey, I'm a
Yes.
Yeah. Oh man.
Did you hear what he did to Ja Rule? He bought 40 front row seats to his concert.
Just
because it was on sale on Groupon.
Hey, that's a prime example of rich people being petty.
Bruh.
Prime example.
I would cry if I saw that. If I was Ja Rule and I showed up, yo, it's murder. Oh wait, where's everybody at?
Where's everybody at? Yeah.
Murder.
Yeah, it's murder.
Uh,
Wait. Where's everybody at though?
yeah.
Yeah, but you notice though, even in that spectrum of rich people, there's really rich that aren't weird, and then there's rich that are weird. You know what I mean? Because there's rich people that look at other rich people like that guy is crazy.
Yeah. Yep.
Because you don't see like Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, like the people like
No, well, hold up.
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos.
He
Nah,
ain't in the
he's
clear.
into some stuff. Yeah, he's into some
I don't
stuff.
look him up, so
He's
I'm
into
just
some
saying.
shit, man. He's into some shit, man. No. Jeff is on that list.
Okay,
his
that's
his divorce or whatever. Yeah, he was into some stuff. Like, yeah,
okay.
he came
Yeah,
out.
his wife, he came out and put all his business out there.
Okay,
Like,
well,
yo, this dude's a weirdo.
bad example because I don't look him up, but I'm just like, there's like those super rich people that like don't do weird shit. They look at other rich people. You know what I mean? Kind of like how we look at our friends, like, dude, that guy's on some weirdo shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it's universal. It's just it's different. There's levels. You
There's levels to this shit.
you got mid tier. I got a regular 9 to 5, but still think that guy's weird. And then you got like I got $50 million, but that guy has $60 million, but he's weird.
Yeah.
It's all the same.
Yeah.
It's all the
Like,
same.
all right. Give you life-changing money. Aren't you gonna be a little bit weird though?
I'm already
Yo.
weird. It's just gonna amplify. I'm already weird.
Yeah, for real.
Put statues of Deadpool, just watching over my house, Batman right next to him. I'm
Do you
just
not
doing some
see-
weird shit.
You not see all the fucking weeb anime crap behind me? I'm already weird. Come on. I'm already Best believe if I get rich, the weirdness is just gonna be on the news. That's all.
Some big boob hentai chick in front of your house. I got you.
Bet. Bet. The eye scanners, her nipple, just yeah, but we're in.
Yeah, I got you.
I'm already weird. Like, I don't care. I'm already weird. It's just I'm just gonna have weird guy money. I'm just weird and broke. I just need weird.
You got to put one statue in front of your house. What are you putting?
Ooh.
One statue in front of your house. What are you putting?
One statue in front of my house. Damn, that's a deep question. There's too many options. Too much weird crap's going through my mind.
Statue of yourself, bend over, spreading the cheeks.
Whoa.
To the world. Well, you can kiss right here.
I would only have that statue made for inviting people I have problems with.
Yeah.
I'll have a regular statue in front of the house and be like, you know what? I'm gonna invite this guy who pissed me off. All right, switch the statues. Which one you need? The one with my ass out. That one.
Put it out there, chop up.
Yeah, that's what I think you can do the double clap just now.
Yeah, that's it. I would have two statues if that was the case. People to mess with and then regular one. But a regular one, damn, that's hard.
You got one, Rock?
I don't know. Probably be me standing there with a cape, like stand there with a cape, like up, and there'd be like a whole bunch of women standing around wishing they could be with me. And me just telling them nah. Me just turning them down. It's like nah.
As he looks over to his girl. As he looks up, I would turn him down.
I got it.
Yeah. Like I'm gonna,
I'll have a statue.
That statue would be a little more graphic, though.
Wait, hold up, Brock. Hold up, Brock. If I compared that statue to other statues, would that be a smaller statue? Would you be a smaller cat than the other statues, than the bigger statues?
It'd be a big statue.
Okay.
I'd have a somewhat larger than regular size statue of myself going like this, and then when you come up close to it, there's like a plaque that says, if you have any grievances, anything that happens in this house, look to this statue for your answer of what I would say.
Yeah, it's almost like that one Cardi B video, the WAP video, where the statue is like sitting there like twirling around and it has like big old boot and it's like shooting out like water out the big old boobs, like spiraling around. Yeah.
That's rich people petty, man.
It is.
If anybody says they wouldn't do that, they're lying.
Yeah.
Everybody during bad
Yeah.
breakup, your job, you just imagine, damn, if I struck it rich, how would I screw with this person?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Go buy that company. Buy that company and fire them. Then find that next company that they hired and go fire them again.
That's what I'm saying. Like anybody who thinks we're crazy, you know, if you had
Yeah.
that struck the millionaire, what would I do first?
Yeah.
That's real. That's real.
That petty stuff.
Yeah.
What's the most pettiest shit you guys done?
Ooh,
Oh man.
I'm pretty sure he's got a lot. No.
Oh yeah.
No, I
Yeah,
can't.
you can't say it.
I can't disclose. I can't disclose.
Pettiness.
Yeah, the pettiness. Yeah. No.
You can't make it broad. You can't make it like a little broad.
Nah. They'll know exactly. They'll know exactly.
I can think. I'm trying to think of one. What's something super petty? Actually, you know what? Here's one. Could also whistle for that one. So, and the thing was, this was passive petty. Like I was being petty unintentionally.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So we were out, and this is super old, but this is the only one that can come to mind that I could talk about where nobody would be like hitting me up the next day because I don't talk to these people no more. You know what I'm saying? If you hear this, you know who you talking about.
Message.
I was out. And we were going out. We were going out every weekend. Same group of girls. We weren't dating them. They were just the girls we met up with, you know, so we weren't, you know, striking out or just, you know, being wallflowers. We were like, all right, let's go out. They're going to be there. Yeah, you know, we flirt back and forth or whatever. I see old girl. I'm like, yo, what's up? We going back and forth. And she was just brushing me off. And I was like, yo, let's go dance. Like, let's do it. Let's do what we always do. She's like, no. I'm like, and she just completely giving me the cold shoulder. I'm like, all right, whatever. Then I see another one of my homegirls who's always down. I'm just like, all right, whatever. You sit there, be whatever the fuck you're on. I'm gonna go talk to her. We hit the dance floor, and I just felt fucking heat coming across my face. I'm just like, what? I have this feeling somebody's super mad at me and planning my murder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then I look over, you know, we done dance, we take a break because the songs suck. I sit back down. Rock comes up to me. And he's like, bro, what did you do? I'm just like, what you mean what I do? He's like, she is fucking mad. I'm like, well, she said she didn't want to dance. And she's like, yo, but she's saying she's upset and this and that. I'm like, all right, let me try some. Yo, you want to dance now? No. I was like, all right. And then my brain was like, all right, I'm gonna be petty if you want to be like this. I came out because you told me to come out. I'm gonna be petty. And I'm trying to plan my way to be petty. Banging song comes on, other girl I was dancing with grabs my arm and pulls me up. And then I'm dancing, and I look directly at old girl who was just like mad dogging me. I'm just like, this could have been you. And she storms off. Storms off. That's the only petty that can come to my mind that doesn't like throw out names. But hey, if this ever gets big and you heard it, you done f***ed up.
Ooh.
It's the only time I can remember being petty that doesn't drop any names.
Yeah.
Cadoso was there for it the whole time.
Yeah.
And he's just sitting there watching me, watching her, and he's just like, yo, she's gonna lose it. She's gonna lose it.
Yeah.
Because apparently she was pissed. Like pissed. Like it was killing the vibe that he was in with the other people because it was a group.
Yeah.
Like he was just like just watching. He get done, I come back down and he's just like, bro, what are you doing? I'm like, nothing.
I remember another a petty story that I have. There was like it was once I was teaching class. Both of you might have been there. I don't know, but there was somebody quite undesirable that was there that showed up, and you know, I was trying to be professional and everything like that, so I allowed them to like, you know, be there or whatever. And so they told me, they were like, oh, I see. Oh, look at your hairline. I see it's going further back now, huh? And like, so if you hear from the voice, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But like, yeah, I'm not saying that. And so I was like, oh, yeah, I see that. I was like, oh yeah, I can see from your lip, your herpes is flaring up again here. And like, students were like looking like like, oh crap, they've never seen me like say anything like that. But yeah, I was being real petty there. But she did. She had like it was like on her lip, and it was like all like when she talked, it was like doing like this when she was talking and stuff.
It
So
was
yeah.
doing sign language every time she
Yeah.
talks, saying like,
I'm
"Yo,
like,
I'm flaring. I am
Oh,
flaring right now. Do not share a drink."
Oh
Yeah.
fuck!
Yeah, but
Also,
that was in class.
full
I'm
disclaimer.
usually pretty nice, but yeah, that
Have your
one person,
moments.
yeah, that one person.
Full disclaimer too. He's not making up that girl's voice.
It's exactly
Exactly how the she sounds.
spot on.
Spot on.
Like
Yeah.
no
Rewind. If
comparison.
you ever hear this or watching it, rewind it and see our faces. That's not just laughing. That's how she sounds, and the PTSD of her voice and her face doing sign language when we're talking. He's just like, "Ow, your hairline's going back," and it's just sign language like, "Don't drink my water.
Yeah.
Don't
come
drink
near
my
me.
water."
Don't come near me.
This is 6 feet before 6 feet was a thing.
This is 10 feet. That's 10 feet right there.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
Oh, that's
And it's one of those things where like you're trying to make eye contact, but it's just there. You just keep looking at it.
nah. I'm gonna look at it. No, I'm gonna look at it. Nah, I'm gonna look at it. Nah. If you have that on your face, I'm gonna look at it. It's not like a mole or like pimple or nah. If you have a cold sore on your mouth, I'm gonna look at that shit. Nope.
It's hard to avoid it. It's hard to
I'm not
avoid
gonna
it.
avoid it. Nope. I'm gonna look at that. Be like, you do know that's on your lip, right? Look at that. Look at that right there. Do you see that right there? Do you see that right there? That's on your lip. I see it. You're in front of my face. I see it.
It's signing
Right
to me
there.
right now.
Yeah.
It's signing to me right now.
Now, if this conversation is making you awkward, walk away. But right now, I'm looking at it. Walk away.
I'm trying not to make it weird, but you're making it weird by coming over here.
We don't talk in the first place, so why are you talking to me now?
We're not cool
Yeah.
like that. Do not share my air. Leave my drinks alone.
You are invading my space, and I don't like it.
Yeah. So
Oh,
oh wow.
my bad.
No, you're good. But
Honda.
yeah, so do you have so Capo, do you have anything for
All right, so okay, so mine is between the thin line of being an asshole or being petty. All right, you guys disclaim which one am I? All right, and like my friends know that I'm an asshole, so I don't have any friend stories that I'm like being petty about. Like I've always said like slick shit. So, but at work is a different story. I'm
Same.
quiet. I'm
Same.
just gonna do my job and get out of there. So back in my old job, I was training people. So I had some new cat come in, cocky. Oh, I know what I'm doing. No issue. I know what I'm doing. I came from this store. I know what this is resembling close enough. Like, oh, so you don't need my help, right? No. I got it. I bet. So we walk into Walmart. All right, this is all you. You got it, big pimpin'. You got it. I'm not gonna help you. I'm not gonna advise you anything.
yeah.
Well, you're not gonna like at least show me the ropes. No, you said you got it, right? You came with a recommendation. You got it. You don't need help. You got it, right? Oh, well, I could at least get some pointers, this and that. I'm like, I got you some pointers. Walk into the back. You're gonna need that, and that. Go at it. And the whole time on my phone, walking around the store, I was in the electronics section, just looking at stuff, letting this dude just fall on his face. Just completely fall on his face. And so it comes to the point where I'm like, all right, 2 hours have passed. I didn't do nothing for 2 hours. And I go over, find him. He's over there struggling, sweating, trying to put sodas on the shelf. He's like, I don't even know why I brought this out. Like, I'm struggling. Can you give me some help? I'm like, you said you got it, bro. Like, what do you want my help for? And so the rest of the day, it was just straight that. Oh yeah. So we go to the next store. I at this point, I'm like, all right, it's getting late. We've done 6 hours so far, and we still have more stuff to do. So let's go. I start picking up the pace. This dude's slacking, exhausted, ran through the Mojave Desert at the stores. Like, bro, what happened? You got this. You
big
got
dog?
Yeah. So we get to the last store. I'm like, you've seen what I've done. You've done, right? You've seen what I've done. Like You got it. Yeah, all you got it. It's a small store. You got it. So like I'm sitting like on a pallet and he's pulling me through the store and I'm just on my phone as he's like pulling me around. Oh, dude, I did this dude dirty. I did this dude dirty.
He deserved
He
it.
he was struggling with like small stuff that like like it takes a trick to pull something out or like
Mm.
you take some experience and he was just struggling with it. I'm just like, you need some advice or you got it like you said this morning. Oh, can you show me how it's done? Yeah, I got you. And like I do it for him and stuff. Like you see, I do it that. But like the whole time, this dude like at the end of the day, he quits on me. He quit on me. He was like, I can't do this. I see you do it, and I just can't do this. He's like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go put in my I'm gonna go quit today. And I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
He deserved it. Sorry. I worked enough retail jobs and worked enough warehouse. If you don't talk all that shit and you've never done that job before, all right, player, do it. Let me see.
Yeah.
Let me see. Sorry.
I don't know.
No
Even if you do know, like, just be like, hey, like, go, like, show me. Like, don't even say nothing. Just allow the person to show you or whatever, and then do it. Even if you do know,
Yep.
it's probably better to do because you might pick up something that you didn't realize.
Facts.
So,
Facts.
but
It's
yeah,
so like me switching over to a new company, right? I played dumb. I
Mhm.
played dumb. Oh, what are we doing? We got to do this. Oh, wow, we got to do this. All right, let me go try to figure this out. I played dumb until like they're like, oh, how long have you been like doing this? 5 years. Oh, so you know what you're doing? Nope. Mm-mm. Nah, I'm new to this.
Exactly.
Nah.
Exactly. Same
'Cause
thing
what
like
works in one place
working
may
at-
be different somewhere else. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
like when I was working at 24-hour fitness, I was working at the biggest gym at the time. One of the biggest and one of the most busy. And then the Waikiki one closed, and all those guys transferred over to ours. You know what I mean? Luckily, none of them was just like, "Oh, I've done this before." They all understood. Yes, we all work at the same company, but this is a different gym. There's a flow. They don't know exactly how we do things. That's what you're supposed to. Don't matter your experience. You in somebody else's house. You know what I mean? Like you gotta know the flow. But so hearing that story, I don't feel bad at all. Like, oh, you big dog, huh? Okay. Yeah, I don't feel bad
All
at
right,
all.
big dog, go ahead, take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's essentially the role. Hey, and like I've seen like big dudes come into this like to do like retail job. Like, oh, I go to the gym every day. I curl 65s. It ain't nothing, and just be gassed at the end of the day just because they're not used to manual labor. And it's like they
Mhm.
came from Sprint where they just answered phone all day, And it's like, man,
That reminds me of this meme that I saw, which is super true. Guy who works at Sprint, yoked as hell. Guy who works at GNC never goes to the gym.
no.
Why is that? Why is that always the case? Why is the strongest and biggest dude working here, and then the dudes that don't go to the gym work at GNC?
Yeah.
Somebody explain that. There's something missing there.
Let me teach you about your nutrition and what you could.
It'll be really good for your biceps if you buy this over here. You see mine?
Yeah.
Well, don't look at mine. But yeah, you'll get really good biceps.
I never understood that. But yeah, I don't even think you even fall in an asshole or petty. That's life, son.
Yeah.
That's life. That's a life lesson.
My boss called me an asshole.
I get called an asshole at least a few times out of the week. I already know.
Same.
I'm hard to like. I don't care.
Same.
Dang.
Even my fiance calls me an asshole, and I'm like, I know.
Rock, do you want to come into this conversation?
Nah, I'm a
He's the nicest guy in the world. He's the nicest guy in the world.
Nah, man. Like, well, if people talk to me, they'll see me as a nice guy. But like in like if you're like going like capoeira or whatever, or where I work, like nah, like people think I'm an asshole.
He's
Like,
See, that's the
mean.
same thing with me. Like, is the thing is the reason why I get called an asshole a lot is because if you say something dumb or just out of pocket, I'm not gonna let it slide. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna let you get away with saying that. Like,
yeah,
if you're just
Yeah.
hanging out and you just say something completely, I'm just like, get away from me. What do you mean, man? What are you offended? I'm like, Yeah, and I'm trying not to cuss you out right now, so I'm leaving. I'm out. And then, of course, because we just met and you said something out of pocket that I personally did not like, and I'm not going to be like, oh, that's funny. And I'm like, no, dude, shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut
Yeah.
up. I don't like you. I don't like what you have to say. I'm out. See that guy? See that guy, Vampiro? He's such an asshole. He's like, oh, Vampiro, what did you do? Nothing. He said something that was completely out of line, and the entire group didn't say anything. I did. But I'm exiled out of the group.
So you guys believe in being real no matter what, just being
No.
real.
No.
I'm keeping it real.
No.
I read the situation, and if I have to, I will.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
unfortunately, out of the group, when it comes to that moment where it's like, yo, this is the time where you have to be real. No one wants to pull the trigger because they don't want to be the asshole. I'm like, let me get my asshole membership card. Watch this. Watch this.
Gold platinum member. Check it.
So you read the situation. That's good. I know that was a lesson I had to learn. Like reading the situation, like being like that. So like back in the day, I was in a private school, it was a religious school or whatever. So in this school, they would like lay on the hands or whatever, and people they would like go back and like lay out on her, and like me, just like that, yeah. And so like me, I was like, if I don't feel nothing, I ain't going down. I ain't being fake. But if you did that, like you were marked. Like you're good. The teachers and the principal, they're gonna be all over you.
Mm-hmm.
The whole entire time. You're like on their bad list because that's embarrassing for them. You don't go down. They do their hands and you don't go down. Like nah. Let's say nope. I'm keeping it real. I'm keeping it real. My friends were like, look, just go down and just get back up and you'll be fine. Nobody will bother you. You're like, no, I ain't being fake. I can't be fake. I'm being real.
See, like,
keeping it real.
I always have to read the situation because there's a lot of times where I'll be in that thing and I'm like, I'm ready to just let it rip. I'm like, nah, this ain't cool. But again, I have to read the situation because I've been called an asshole a lot of times. But a lot of times I've been called an asshole is because got crazy. No one said nothing, and it's not cool that no one said nothing, right? So I'll say it automatically. The asshole. I'll wear that badge. I'm like, none of y'all will say it. Example. Not gonna drop any names, but so I go hang out because I'm a giant dork. I'm a giant nerd. I do D&D. I do the board games, anime, comic books, whatever.
My invite.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm at this board game group, and we playing this game. It's a
slip that in there.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm still waiting on my invite to D&D. Just saying.
I'm gonna get a game going. We're gonna get a game going. But so we got this board game. They busted out. I just met these people. I'm secondhand meeting these people because they're more friends with my fiance's. I'm tagging along with her. These are her crew. Crew. Basically, I know them through her. So they bust out this new game. It's a deception game where somebody's the killer and everybody else gotta get the mission done. Well, it's basically the board game version of Among Us. Somebody's the killer, you know what I'm saying? And you got to figure out who it is and you got to lie your way through or whatever.
Yeah.
The reason I don't play those games is because of this game right here. It got to the point where, they do the meeting and, I'm trying to plead my case, right? Raw calm. The person that's obviously the killer or whatever and the host of this is very aggressive. Like, I don't know this man. I just met him only once or twice, and this is the first time we did this game.
Yeah.
He's coming at me hard. And when I mean hard, I mean like we're debating, and he's just like, "No, man, that makes fucking sense. Are you fucking dumb? Are you dumb? Dumb? You fucking log? Are you stupid?" And he's going off. And I'm just like, in my head, I'm like, this is what I wanted to say. I was literally going to stand up on the table and be like, yo, I don't know who the fuck you're talking to. I'm going to knock you the fuck out. And I'm just reading the situation in my brain. I'm like, all right, if I snap on this man, it's bad because this dude is straight up talking to me like, dude, you're being stupid. You have no evidence. What the hell are you talking about? Nobody listen to him. He's being an idiot right now. I'm literally getting up on my chair. I'm just like, and then I read the situation. I'm like, I could be an asshole and f this dude up right now. And then my fiance was watching me during this, and she notices that I'm getting heated. Like, she notices I'm getting heated. She grabs my arm, and she's like, all right, okay. So she's trying to push it down. It comes back around to where I got to say something. I threw my card on the table. Yeah, I'm out, whatever. And I just was quiet. And it's that was the time where you got to read the situation. Can I ruin this whole game and punch this man square in the mouth? Or I can just back out. Luckily, my fiance was there. She grabbed me. But yo, I shit you not. The way this guy was talking to me, anybody would have lost their cool. You know what I mean? And game's over. I'm like, they start up the next game. I'm like, I'm out. They're changing games, whatever. I'm just eating. I'm just like, I'm counting the day or the hours, like, so we can leave this place. And then, they take a break. We eating food. He comes like, hey, man, that was a good game. Sorry I had to come at you so hard, but I just really wanted to win. And I was just like, uh-huh. And then Nick's, my fiance, she comes up to me because she sees me just looking at him like this. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And she comes up, grabs me by the waist, and she's like, yeah, that was an intense game. Yeah, that was fun. That was fun.
I mean, was he type of dude that looks like, oh my God, night takes Rook? I'm sorry to come at you that way, or like what, like?
No, he's just a regular dude. Yes, he's very intelligent. You know what I mean? But he's an intelligent guy. But he doesn't realize how he's talking to me.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I would have stumped him. I would have stumped him.
Oh, best believe I was about to lose my shit because I talked it over with my fiance, and she was like, yeah, that was pretty bad. I'm very proud of you for keeping it in, but I saw you like you were about to just lose it.
He's the real one right there.
Yeah.
Bro, when he came up to me and was just like, yo, man, sorry I was going so hard on you. I just really wanted to win. And then there's me like this on the chair. Yeah? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah? Yeah? And then she just comes up. That was a fun game, dear. Let's go get some of this food over here. I'm just like, yep. And she's like, are you okay? I'm like, no, I'm not.
That's a real one.
No, I'm not.
She made sure she was like, yeah, for real, de-escalate.
Yeah.
No, it was bad, dude. I'm telling you.
Shout out to her.
Knowing how long I've known Rock, he would have known. Like, he would have heard that guy talk and just would have grasped you. Like, we smashing the fuck out of this dude, right? Like, bro, it was some out of line stuff. But again, that's where you read the situation and you got to know, like, this might not be the time. It's not might be because we're in a community lounge and they're in a really nice apartment. There's other people around. And then, we got in a car. I'm just like, I'm heated still. And she's like, yo, I'm sorry about that. That's just kind of how they talk to each other. I'm like, and I looked at her, I was like, yeah, well, I'm new and they don't know who the f- I am. And since then, never saw him again. We never went back to another game night. If
That's
I
when you
ever
gotta inform him. So yeah, I do martial arts for X amount of years, and I could pulp your face in. Just giving you a heads up. Yeah,
Bro,
I could be a little aggressive myself.
Yeah, like, and it's those moments that I always have to like try to figure it out because I'd be running into some of these people, and I get called an asshole because I'll be like, yo, who the f- are you saying out loud right now? No one's gonna say nothing. No one's gonna say nothing.
But that situation, you were not an asshole though. You.
I could have been. I could have been.
No, but the way you de-escalated that shit and you didn't get physical with this dude, or even started bashing him, that'd have been my route. I would have started bashing him back. So this F-bomb, so this F-bomb doesn't know what he's talking about. Look, this is what I'm doing. And if this F and this, a whole bunch of slurs his way or whatever I would have just started dropping everything towards this dude and just destroying this dude as a man and just been like, oh, look, his IQ doesn't mount this to this card. Look at this. And, you did this way better than I would have.
Bro, you don't understand how much willpower it took. Like, I was sweating trying to hold still and keep my mouth shut. You know what I mean? Like, and anybody who knows me, I usually keep my mouth shut, but I will and can say some out of pocket if I think it's valid. If it's valid, I'll let it happen. There's a few times where even Rock saw me where like we were at this no names. We at this barbecue. Someone did some stuff, and he looks at me, looks at the person, and he just walks up to me, chill. chill. And then I'm like, I'm going to the beach, bro. I'm going to the beach right now. But he literally, I'm sitting there and he just looks at me. He walks over to my shoulder. He's just like, bro, chill. You gotta chill. You gotta chill. You gotta chill. I'm just like, I'm going to the beach, bro. I'm going to the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, like, okay, so say we're all having a gaming session, right? We're playing a game. We, you know, how we talk to each other. We're gonna bash each other. We're gonna say some stuff.
Yeah.
If we bring somebody in and we start bashing him, I kind of expect you to start bashing us back.
Yeah.
That's kind of the way it is, right? Like,
Mhm.
if you come into this circle and you start, you know, if we start, you hear how we talk. I'm gonna insult you. You know, it's out of jokes. I don't mean it.
Oh yeah.
I don't mean it at all. And like, so if that's the thing, this dude got super aggressive with you. This dude got over a game, right? Just to win. We're martial artists. We are way 10 times more aggressive just to win, to prove a point. And like, but that's the thing that some people just don't have that social cue of like, oh, I'm being super aggressive to this guy I just barely met.
Yeah. He did not
yeah.
have that cue at all. Because even with my homies that I hang out with on the daily here in Hawaii, we talk mad to each other. If somebody messes up on a sentence, we don't let them live it down for like 5 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, it also doesn't help that one of the dudes in this crew is like, he's the smart one out of the group. You know what I mean? Like English major. So if we spell something wrong, he's on our ass like that. You know what I'm saying? But we know that there's like, we know we just f***ing around. Yeah. But if you knew and we f***ing around and we can tell like, you're taking it a little too serious, pause, hold up. Yeah, so you got to flirt that line sometimes. But unfortunately, I'm always the one that has to say it because nobody else will.
And that's where I give us props that we are like, we can mess people up, but we still, you know, toe that line of like, all right, there's social cues. We can't just polarize somebody for being aggressive towards us, you know. Like, like I said, you took that way better than I did. I would have started insulting him. I would have gotten under his skin a lot worse and the game. Now my sole purpose of this whole night is to fuck with you, and I'm gonna say every single thing in my mind to mess with you this whole night.
I stayed quiet for the rest of the gaming session for like another 2 hours. I was just looking at my.
That's cool you did that, but I probably wouldn't have.
Dude,
I would have been talking all kinds of trash about this dude. Like,
same.
Yo, the whole time, knowing him, he would just be egging me on, like, dude, just kick him in the face. It's all right. I'm here. It's good. It's good, bro. It's good. These guys are like dwarves. Like, we can kill them. He's like, I got easy like 4 of them. Easy. Yeah. You got him. I'll handle the rest. He would have been in my ear, just like, yo, just do it. Just do it. Just do it, bro. Just do it.
Do it.
How many times that conversation, I was like, yo, we got him, right? Let's get him. Get him.
2, 3. Those 4 right there are mine. You got him. You got him.
You know how many times me and him will be out or like doing our capoeira thing? I would say the terms, but for anybody who's listening that don't know what hadas are or whatever, just say we at our capoeira function, basically our sparring sessions. You know how many times that he will look at me and just do this? As soon as you see it's like, all right, it's that time.
Yeah.
Yo, that's the cue. That's all we need. Us 3 just.
Or that one time. This was some years ago. I ain't gonna say any names, but there was somebody that we knew that went outside their apartment, and we heard them scream like ah, and then we just took off, and then we ran out there, and like the dude that was out there person was just laughing, but the dude that was out there, like, we ran up in that dude's face like super quick, and he was like oh wait, no, it's not me. Like, whatever you want, it's not me.
We charged out of the apartment and was like in his grill, fist cocked back, and we're like, nice to meet you.
For real.
Pleasure.
It got awkward too because we were so in his grill that we're like this. We had to do the hands.
And we realized that, like, we were like, oh, this is a different guy. Oh, hey man, how's it going? Hey,
hey, high five. High five.
Yeah.
It's hard to shake a hand when your arms cocked this far back.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. We were ready to go. It was funny. That was funny.
Nah. Yeah.
All right.
So,
Y'all ready for my topic? Super random.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's hit this. Let's hear
All
this
right.
topic. Yeah.
So, context. Some context without getting super long-winded. I'm a big martial arts fan. I watch all kinds of martial arts. The most obscure, the better. I love just
Mhm.
martial arts in general. So my biggest thing right now that I've been watching is called Lethwei or Lechwei, however the hell you say it. Also known as Burmese bare knuckle boxing. Okay?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It is said to be the predecessor of Muay Thai, all the Muays, because apparently Myanmar, which was known as Burma in the ancient days, conquered all Southeast Asia with their martial arts called Lethwei. It gave birth to all the Muays, Muay Laos, Muay Baran, Muay Thai. Now, what makes Lethwei super interesting, works just like Muay Thai, few differences. You can use fists, elbows, knees, kicks. Usually the stances are kind of the same. Only difference, they don't wear gloves or rope. It's just either bare knuckle, but now they wrap it with just claw, like just hand wraps. And when I mean hand wraps, there is no padding. There's no padding. And you can headbutt. You can literally straight up just do a diving headbutt, clinch them, and just start slamming your forehead into their face. Another thing with this martial art, however you want to call it, the rules of Lethwei, of traditional Lethwei, 5 rounds, 5-minute rounds. You only win by knockout. There's no judges. There's no decision. That man must be out cold. If you do not do that, it is a draw. Don't matter. No judges, right? That is traditional Lethwei. Nowadays, it's starting to get modernized outside of Myanmar, aka also known as Burma back in the day. Outside of Myanmar, there's judges. They still don't use gloves, but there's judges. They count the knockdowns after X amount of knockdowns. It's for safety reasons, whatever, right? But traditional Lethwei, knockouts only. And another fun fact: if you get knocked out, your corner has the option to do an injury timeout. An injury timeout is they got 2 minutes to drag your ass to your corner to wake you up.
God
To
damn.
send you back in. Here's an example. One of the best Lethwei fighters, Burmese guy named Tutu Min. He is a killer, a legend. He was beating up everybody. He got knocked out cold, limp noodle in the ring, out cold. His corner called the injury timeout. They drag him, prop him up on the stool, pulling his hair, dousing water on his face, slapping his face, biting his ear to wake him up. He woke
Mike
up.
Tyson route.
He woke up, got back in, and knocked the dude out cold. Now, this is where I want to ask you guys a question. Fast forward. Right now, the face of Lethwei right now that isn't from Myanmar. He's this French Canadian guy named David Leduc. He went to Myanmar, got embedded in their culture. Like the government thanked him for putting Lethwei and Myanmar on the map. He's the face of Lethwei, right? I mean, he does everything traditional, has traditional tattoos. He's respected in that country. He had a rematch with an American guy American black dude named Cypress Washington. They fought before in Myanmar to a draw. They had a rematch just last week in Wyoming with traditional Lethwei rules in a cage. 5 minutes, knockout only, no judges. Okay? My question, because what makes Lethwei super dangerous and what they say is a complete striking art is because you can headbutt. Now, do you think headbutts should be in MMA?
In this sport or just in general?
In MMA.
Because like, does UFC fall under that or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
UFC falls under.
Yeah,
MMA,
UFC is MMA. So, for example, headbutts in the UFC or Bellator or ONE FC. Should headbutts be allowed? That is the big debate that David Leduc, the face of Lethwei and their reigning champ, is trying to say. It's like it's the most complete if you can use your head, because he has a point. clinching somebody and knowing that they're allowed to slam their forehead to your face changes everything.
Yeah, I mean, I feel it changes everything, but at the same time, man, like with headbutts, like in brain injuries and all kinds of other injuries. I don't know, man. That's a like. I mean, just as a fan, yeah, I'm like I'm down to watch it, but at the same time, it's like, I mean, combat sports. I mean, for one, like in Lethwei, like if you're putting your body out there for all of that, how much money are you making in Lethwei? That's like that's what I'm looking at. Like how much.
Um, the Lethwei fighters, I have to admit, if you convert it from wherever they're fighting to U.S. currency, it's not going to be a lot. But if you do it into their currency, well, actually no. Depending on where you're fighting at, you can. They actually a lot of Lethwei fighters actually make more money than MMA fighters because the Lethwei fights are treated as prize fights. Like when David Leduc fought in Myanmar, they did a rematch with Tutu Min, the guy that I was talking about who got knocked down and woke back up. Their
Mhm.
fight was so big in Myanmar, the companies and everything said, if you win, we will pay for your wedding and broadcast it on TV.
What?
All right, that's one thing, but like,
Yeah.
okay, are they making millions?
Yes.
Are they making millions? If they're making millions, then okay.
Yes.
Like,
The top guys can push out into the millions.
and I'm like, if you have a, but in the states, like you have, like the sanctioning rules, they don't like
Yeah.
seeing like stuff that's
Yeah.
really gruesome.
Yeah.
I'm like, if you're making millions, maybe. But I mean, those injuries. I mean, when you see nasty stuff, it's nasty. Like when Anderson Silva's like leg like folded over.
Yeah.
Like man,
Yeah.
that was gross. Just picture like getting a headbutt and like your note, like dude, man, like it's intense. It's intense. Like I mean, just being a fan of like being able to utilize all your tools. If it's a martial art, being able to utilize all your tools, like I understand it. At the same time, like that's a like here in the states that'll be a tall task to do, and
That's why it was
I don't-
such a big deal when their rematch between Cypress Washington and Dave Leduc was so big because it was the first traditional Lethwei fight. But of course, it was in fucking Wyoming, of all places.
well, the thing. I'm shocked that
You're ready to
like
pull that off in the States.
yeah, I'm shocked they're able to pull that off in the state. Now I'm quite sure there's some state jurisdictions that are like if both fighters sign off on it, like it's all good. I know there in Vegas where Capo is at, that is not going to fly. The athletic commission would not let that go at all.
Yeah.
Like probably not even Hawaii. I mean, Hawaii has some tough fights. They got some tough MMA fights, but I don't see that really taking on
Yeah.
uh, big time. Like I mean, it's possible. Man, that's a
It's
tough. That's I'm torn with that. I'm
See,
torn.
Yeah, so I'm saying
okay.
that's the big thing right now because Lethwei is getting extremely popular because of David Leduc because he was on Joe Rogan's podcast and millions of
Mhm.
people watch that podcast. He was on Joe Rogan's podcast. He's doing seminars all over the world, and now everyone's thinking about because when they start sparring with him, they'll do light headbutts and they're just like, "Yo, this is a game changer." And now like a lot of people are. This is like the big debate: should headbutts come in? That's the big debate right now. Is like, should headbutts come in?
I think that sport, yes. Keep it traditional. Those are the rules that they were playing with back then. Keep it. UFC, other stuff, nah.
Well, I mean, it's already bad enough that they spent so long trying to legitimize the sport. Like it was really hard for the UFC to get things like off the
Uh,
ground for them to legitimize it because before back in the 90s when UFC first started, man, it was some crazy stuff. And
uh,
then for them to be legitimate and have it be recognized as as MMA, they did a lot in MMA making it big. So I don't see UFC doing yeah, I don't think they should.
like, see, like when you talk about like even questioning this, right? Even questioning if headbutting is allowed in that sport. I think you're bastardizing it. I think you're bastardizing it just because it's old traditional rules that they had. Hey, use whatever use whatever you brought. Use your head, use your elbows, use this and that. And that's the thing, like about UFC, right? there's so many rules that they switched. You can't elbow from 9 or from
12
was
to
it
6.
12 to 6. That's not allowed. You can't if they have a hand down, you can't hit them in the face. There's so many rules that like fighters now have to adapt to. So the fact that they're saying, "Oh, we're trying to modernize this sport," I don't think so. Keep headbutts in, keep everything. Don't bring a commission in. Don't try to, make it legit. Keep old school rules. Just keep old school rules. But UFC, that'll never happen.
Nah.
That'll never happen.
But I don't see that. I don't see that if you keep it that way. I don't see it growing as a sport in the U.S. Like I don't see it. I mean, if they grow, overseas and they grow overseas and they're making millions, have at it. But yeah, like in the States, I mean, I just don't see it happening. Like I mean, it's an interesting case. I mean, I would be down to check it out and see it but
if you're
I
able
want
to
to say they make millions because judging from seeing the top fighters, they're living really well. A lot better than some MMA fighters. I'm being real.
yeah, like if they're in over there making good money, livable wage, and this is what they enjoy, and they know the risk of this, of like being able to be in the sport that could lead to brain injuries one day, which all these physical sports and MMA, UFC, boxing is going to lead to that if you're not protecting yourself and you're not being a smart fighter, like how people like to call it nowadays. Hey, go at it, bro. And if we could purchase that over here and if there's a fight and I could purchase it on my computer and just watch it here, hey man, let them keep them traditional rules. No, there's no reason to Americanize it.
Yeah, they had Lethwei in Japan, a couple places in Europe, I think, definitely in Southeast Asia, just because all those brutal martial arts are there. But yeah, I've been watching it after watching Joe Rogan's podcast with Dave LeDuc, and I started looking into it. It is wild to watch, man. And it's just like Muay Thai, how they start as kids, but these guys are savages. I mean, I've been seeing diving headbutts, suplexes, and then when they get them in the suplex, they turn their head to headbutt them on the way down. I mean,
man, I want to see some of this. I want to see some of this. I'm quite sure. I'm quite sure it's amazing.
Oh yeah.
I'm down for it, but man, I see it as a tall task here. Like it'd be hard to get that past too.
Yeah, I mean, I just
he shot me that last night. Yep.
Sent you that video of the dude. Oh, yeah. The dudes they're swinging for the fences. The dude, they're clinched. They're doing like they're palming their hand, like holding each other's wrists, trying to like figure out how to get into the clinch. And they grabbed the wrist, pulled it down, and then went bam right into the head, out cold.
Yeah. Ooh, we should
out cold.
We should do a video reacting to Lithuanian fights.
Lethwei fights? Yeah.
Lethwei, yeah.
Oh, dude, I have so many Lethwei knockouts saved on my phone right now.
We should do a video reacting to those kind of videos. That'd be great.
I have so many Lethwei knockouts saved on my phone just to show people whenever it comes up. Like, yo, you ever heard of Lethwei? Bro. Also, I think it's a good topic to ask us because all three of us have done capoeira, and a lot of people don't know capoeira got headbutts. So I was like, oh, this is perfect people to ask.
Mm-hmm. See, and like going back to like the States thing, like there's no way you're going to put these kind of fights on American TV.
No.
There's no way. Without bringing in a sanction, there's bringing in, like the Nevada sanction of health. Like there's no way you're going to put this on any American TV. Let it be an online thing. Let it be a foreign thing.
Online. Yeah, maybe you could do something online. Like you don't even have to do it. Do anything with the States. Just have it online. It might even be in another country, but
do it live with some dude on an iPhone recording the fights, and you're set.
Bro,
you're set.
I've seen it gets wild, dude. Like watching these Lethwei fights because it's bare knuckle. They're swinging to the fences, and actually, oddly enough, too, a lot of people don't notice. I hate to break it to you, people, but you can be a good kicker all day. But if you know how to throw a straight punch, the punch is going to meet the face before the foot. Yep. You know what I mean? Like, that's all. If you know how to close the distance, that's why, oddly enough, don't attack me for this. I'm just going off what I've been watching. All right? So, trigger warning for you Muay Thai aficionados. Okay? I'm sorry. But a lot of the pure Muay Thai guys get knocked out quite often because since Muay Thai has the large gloves and they cover up and they specialize. Don't get me wrong, Muay Thai has by far the hardest kickers in the world. But a lot of the times, those guys struggle in Lethwei fights because the guys will keep walking forward. You throw a kick, the first thing they're going to do is just swing and throw a punch or throw their head first. They keep coming forward. So, like, it's wild to fight. Like, my favorite matches to watch are watching the Burmese guys versus the Thai fighters because it's so different. Thai fighters want to keep the distance, throwing the push teep, kick, kick, kick. Burmese guys will just eat it and keep walking forward. As soon as you're in rage, they just start throwing punches, clinch, bow, 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 bow. I mean, I saw one dude, they're clinched up. Thai dude's throwing the knees. The Muay Thai, the Burmese guy is blocking it, but as soon as the foot comes down, he turns his head and just goes over and over again. It's just head to cheek, head to cheek, head to cheek, head to cheek, all the way down. Just bam, 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 bam. It's brutal. But goddamn, I love watching it.
Yeah. And like, so like,
Yeah.
there's trying to make bare knuckle boxing here in the States.
Yeah.
a thing.
The BKB fight
Yeah.
league?
It's not
Yeah.
growing. It's a
No.
hard thing to sell because there's so many rules that are not making it a pleasurable thing to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Also, I've heard the
spent
guy
so
who runs
long-
it is kind of a dickhead.
Maybe that's the case too. But I mean, they spent so long with boxing here, like making boxing like a gentleman's sport, like making it like acceptable. So I mean, any other combat sport has a long way to go to try to make it normal. I mean, even still, I love MMA, but I mean, it still doesn't pull
Like-
the.
Even the fact that like they try to bring in like names like Chuck Liddell. I think Chuck Liddell had a couple fights there. I think, and it's like it didn't track nobody. Nobody cared.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know what's really getting headway for bare knuckle boxing? Of who they signed?
Who's that?
Just recently, she got released from the UFC. Extremely pretty girl. Extremely. I mean, was on Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue in the UFC. Paige Van Zant
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
I saw that.
got signed to bare knuckle boxing, and now everyone's paying attention. But at the same time, everyone's like, "What?"
She's gonna do what? Mess up that
For
pretty
real.
face?
It's
Mess
crazy.
that face up. Yeah.
What do
Because
you
yo,
look at
I hate to say it, I know people are saying like, oh, she has the right to do whatever she wants or anything. But yo, people who come out of bare knuckle fights look like they got into a knife fight. I mean, their faces are.
Hey, they pay her enough. They pay her enough.
Oh, they pay her a
enough.
lot. That's their golden
sure.
ticket right now. That's their
Yeah.
golden ticket. And even
You better get good at like trying to all right.
that one the one fighter that became a comedian that's always on the pod, Brandon Schaub.
Yep.
Brandon Schaub on his podcast was like, yo, that's their golden ticket. And he said like
Yeah.
UFC should have never dropped her because now all eyes are over there. Because already UFC has already been kind of getting a little funky with how they've been treating fighters and stuff.
Yep.
And then now like he said it was like, yo, even he's kind of was just like, damn, bare knuckle fighting. But at the same time, the bare knuckle fight league has a golden ticket.
Yep.
They got a golden ticket. The day she fights, oh my God, people are gonna want to see that. It's gonna be intense. Intense. I just totally thought of something. Also, we have time for one more.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, we got time.
All right. So speaking of brutality, and of course, I just know random. There's this sport, somewhere in this small town in Florence, Italy. It's a sport that literally only has 4 teams, just 4 different boroughs, neighborhoods in this town.
Yeah.
This is how it works. It's like this weird sport with a ball. They got to score it, run it down the field and score it. But what makes it crazy is you could straight up beat the out of your opponent. It's with a ball, and you can run it downfield and get into a straight MMA fight with the other team. So the rules are, there really aren't any rules, but the real main rule is,
No biting, no
No.
scratching, no nut shots.
Yeah.
no biting, no nut shots, no headbutts, and it has to be 1-on-1. So the ball goes in the field, and it's like a gang fight. The 2 teams just start beating the fuck out of each
I think
other.
I've seen this. I think I've seen
Man.
And they're running with the ball, and the dude just double legs him, takes him on the ground, just starts beating the hell out of him.
Wow.
And then the other guys are just squaring up, looking at the next dude like a gang fight. But the rule is you can only do one-on-one. You can't jump somebody.
Yeah.
So you're squaring up looking for an opponent. Everyone's fighting. You don't got the ball. And you see one dude who's free. You just charge him and just go off on him.
It's the most aggressive version of rugby I've ever seen.
Yeah, dude, it is wild to watch.
What is this called? What is this called?
Oh my god, I'm gonna look it up. It's the most intense thing ever, and it's in this town in Italy, and it's only like 4 teams, like 4 boroughs of that neighborhood, and the whole town goes down to watch it, and they're just beating the shit out of each other trying to score a ball. But like,
I mean,
you'll be running the ball.
Is it super popular in that town? I mean, like,
Oh yeah, and it's
gotta-
pretty popular as far as like in that section of Italy.
does the ball look like a rugby ball or
No,
like,
it just looks like a soccer ball.
It looks like a soccer ball. It's like the size of a
Oh,
soccer
oh.
ball. Yeah. Is that?
Let me see, bloody.
You know how like rugby is aggressive, like with their
Yeah,
tackles
yeah.
and everything. It's the exact same aggressiveness, just with punches in the face. You know, simple stuff in Italy though, like you think pasta.
bare? They're just like They're bare hands and stuff, right? Like,
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll read the article. This is from they have pictures of it too. The brutal and bloody 27-a-side Italian sport which merges football, rugby, and wrestling. Oh, I'm mistaken. Headbutts are included. I just never seen anybody throw a headbutt. Let's see. Yeah, 27 to a side. Oh, here's a picture. I'll just throw it up. So none of these guys have the ball, but this is what is happening. If it focuses.
whoa,
Focus, come on, focus.
27 to a side. Yeah,
That's
And they're just beating the hell out of each other. Straight up. I mean, full mounts, elbows.
So how do you score? You get the ball in the other in the end zone.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
yeah.
Huh.
But you could just, it's like a giant gang fight with the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
27 to a side, the ball goes on the field, and you just look at the other team, lock eyes with him. He's like, let's go. And you just start teeing off.
I gotta see
Teeing
this
off.
game. I gotta see this. I gotta see this game.
There is no way any of those guys have a dental plan.
For
No
real.
way.
Oh, and if there's an injury, the game keeps going. That dude's just on the
course.
floor.
Of course. Why would it not?
Yeah.
It's
They
in
have people-
Florence, Italy. Florence, Italy.
Yeah. Do they have people like to drag them off the
Yeah.
field or something? Like if they're messed up?
Yep.
Do they really? I would hate that. You need some fees for one of them.
I
Get
know,
him!
right?
No! Medic!
I'm
Medic!
not-
Medic!
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
for
so
real.
I have the thingy. I don't know if any of y'all want to screen share it or anything, but even if you guys just want to watch it after, I'll put it in the chat in the Discord. So it's
Yeah.
up. So if any of y'all want to click on it, if you want to screen share it or save it, but I'll just keep it up there. Oh my God, it's the most insane thing I've ever watched. Besides Lethwei, this is probably the second most insane thing I've ever discovered.
Huh.
I mean, 27 to a side.
Noise. All these dudes look like 6'7", built like the mountain, and they're just looking for like the next fight. They're just like, who's going
Yeah,
next?
forget that.
No
Yeah.
way. No. And why they look like they're wearing skirts
Yeah, it was, traditional Italian wear during that time or whatever.
during the time it's modern time?
Yeah, it's a sport that's only in that portion of Florence or whatever. Like, you don't see this from what I know, I could be wrong. Don't attack me if I'm wrong. But what I've seen, it's only there, and it's only it's just the boroughs of that town. And it's just 27 suicide. It's a gang fight with a referee.
That's a lot of dudes. That's a lot of
Bro.
dudes to be fighting. 27 to a side.
It's a lot of
Man.
ass beatings.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for
dude.
real.
If you ever get a chance after this, just click on the link. And
It's like, how do you focus in on just one? Like, I want to see just one fight going on. Like, I just focus in on
usually,
one.
like, I've seen most of the videos are like panned out because there's just, and they'll zoom in on somebody getting.
I mean, do they follow the ball, or just the best fight that's on the field? Like,
Kind of both, because there's some instances where the ball's not moving and everyone's just beating the shit out of somebody. It's wild, bro.
oh
It's
man,
wild.
And like the fact
It's-
that they're running shirts versus skins is even worse.
Yep, they are. Yes, they are.
for real. You
They're
could like
even-
take someone's shirt and choke them out with it or something. I don't know.
Some jiu-jitsu moves, just grab them by the collar neck, just nah, you're going nowhere. You're staying right here.
I'm gonna see if this will focus. Oh, it's kind of
Mute it.
focused. Oh, it's
Mute
focused.
it.
It's
Well,
focused.
there's a
Look at
lot of
this.
people. Dang.
Mute it, player.
Yeah, mute it. Yeah, mute it.
Oh.
Yeah.
There you go.
So this is when
Yeah.
they're on.
Yeah,
And they
yeah.
just-
We don't want.
That dude just
And they-
clotheslined that dude for no reason.
Yeah.
That dude just clotheslined. Not to
I
do with
don't
the
know.
ball. Not to do with
The
the ball.
fans-
Just behind him.
They're all
The
squared
fans
up.
seem to be into it. The fans seem to be into it big time. So like, all right. Ooh, man.
Oh, look, the ball. There's actually a ball.
Those some big dudes though. Oh,
Those are some huge.
hey,
dudes.
the stands are filled.
Yeah.
It's like they're yeah, it's insane. They do a whole thing. Oh, why do all these guys look like they've been to prison?
For real.
That's where they go pick him out of. That's where they go pick him out of. Hey, you like fighting people? Yeah. Do you like soccer? No. How about football? Maybe. All right, we got a sport for you.
Yeah, one of the main rules, it has to be 1-on-1, and they just can beat the hell out of each other.
Man.
They teeing off, hat kick.
Ooh, high kick. High kick.
Yeah.
That looks like
He's
he's holding
choking.
him hostage. He looks like
Yeah,
he's
for
holding him
real.
hostage. Give me the ball.
That
He
looks
dies.
like that looks like a prison yard. Yeah, for real. Like just waiting for the shanks to come out.
There's a camera guy in the middle of the fights. I would hate to be that camera guy.
Yeah, for real.
Game's still going. They're stitching him up.
That's aggressive.
Man.
Hey, it's better than them like torturing bulls, right?
True.
Right. The Mats.
Oh, you're trying to fight with the ball. Not gonna happen, dog.
Yeah.
They
Yeah, it's better because at least they're doing it of their free will, you know. So yeah, instead of torturing bulls, yeah, it's,
Yep,
Yeah.
that's some random brutality for your day.
Hey,
wow.
at least we're evolving as humans and we're not hurting animals anymore. We're okay.
That's true.
We shall end on that note.
Yeah. Yep. We'll go
Yeah,
ahead.
buddy.
So,
But that's all my weird shit that I got. I'm the resident weird Google person.
yeah.
Just saying,
Alrighty.
I'll Google anything. I don't care, as long as I won't get arrested.
Master.
Whizmaster,
Yeah,
dude,
that's
shh.
The
I'll look it
Wiz
up.
Master, yeah. No, don't show the Wiz Master. Yeah.
Yo, check it out, yo. They got the Avatar one. It's blue and everything.
It's in my Amazon wish list right now.
Yeah. Oh man. But yeah, so yeah, that's good times. Good. I think that's a good
Ending.
good amount of time spent. Good ending. Good podcast. We got.
I apologize for all the outlandish stuff I say.
Oh no.
There's
That's
still
all
more
good.
to come. There's still more to come.
Still more to come. So you got me, Rocco. You have Capo, and you have Vampiro. Introduction of Vampiro on the Boomer and Zoomer podcast. And so we're gonna go ahead and call it for tonight. If you like this video, you stuck all the way to the end. Leave a comment. Leave a comment in the description down below. Excuse me. Leave a comment down below. Rate,
Boomer.
comment. No, my dog is like messing with me like right now, so I'm like, oh,
No, sometimes
He's like-
it's hard. No, yeah, you're right.
he's like bite my foot. Anyway, so like rate, comment, and subscribe. You know,
Hey, turn on that
hit the
notification.
bell,
Yeah.
hit the bell, the
Hit that little
notification. Yeah, please tune in again.
We can find that bell. Hit that bell.
Yeah, hit that bell. Alrighty, we'll go ahead and call it.
Yes,
You guys
sir.
take it easy,
Yeah, buddy.
and I'll see you next time. Later, citizens.
The Boomer and Zoomer Podcast. Don't be like this guy.